Yeah. It's my honor to introduce this man. His name is Dusty G. Fuller, legendary talk boxer, producer, great individual, hardworking pianist. He's always on the move, helping upcoming artists around the Los Angeles area and worldwide. Actually, I'm going to let him get into telling the story.
Well,
Welcome,
honestly,
Dusty.
well, thank you, and I appreciate it. It's my honor to be here with you and everything, and so basically, yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of a long story, really. Like, but a long story short, bro. Like, like I started doing music, when I graduated high school, which when I was 18, and I'm 39 now. So I
Good.
started like making beats and stuff like that. Like actually, I took my graduation money and bought my first keyboard, which is a Roland Phantom X6,
Damn.
and yeah, started making beats on that, and then everything kind of just went from there. And I just like, just kind of everything just kind of stemmed from there. And then I just, I've always been interested in playing the talk box because of obviously Roger Troutman, rest in peace. You know what I mean? And so that always inspired me to really like pursue the talk box. You know what I mean? And so, you know.
So that's like, that was from the jump, was the talk box, right? When you got the piano, you were already ready to hit the talk box?
So I taught myself like I taught myself how to play keys. Like I don't know how to read music honestly, but like I know where to like I know where my I know how to pluck around and play some chords and things like that. So like I always had my eye. I always knew that I was going to play the talk box at some point. So basically, when I started making beats. As soon as I started making beats, because it kind of came quick, and then I started playing like the little melodies. Like I just started playing leads. Like I'd make a beat and I just sit there and play like a synth lead for hours and days, just like playing leads and playing those little wow 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 wow, all those little melodies and little funky little sounds and shit. You know what I mean? So I just started kind of that's how it kind of like came into play, really. You know what I mean? And so I just and I don't even. I know I'm not the best talk box player. I don't ever claim to be the best talk box player. I just love playing this my instrument. You know what I mean? Like,
But I put you up there with like some of the best, man. Like right when I first seen that, and I was
Thank
like,
you.
man, you are phenomenal
Thank you,
at
bro. I
what you do.
appreciate that. I appreciate it, bro. I really do.
Your focus, your drive, everything about you, your spirit. It's like I look for that in an artist, especially in the field out here. Because there's so many people that do stuff, and like you stand out, bro. Like up there with Battle Cat and everybody.
Word, bro. I appreciate that, man. I mean, like, honestly, like, I've just, over the years, I've just, you know, built some relationships with some of these people, and I just, and so it's definitely taken a lot of time to, to get to know certain people and just like, and network with them. And, cause you know how it is, bro. I mean, you're a networking guru, bro. Like you are a networking king. So it's like people got to trust you, you know what I mean, too, and trust to be around you and to associate themselves with you in whatever way they are.
Right. Okay, let's get into when you first started making music. What was your inspiration to start picking up the piano? Like, what brought you into the musical world?
Um, honestly, I just honestly just really just certain producers such as Battle Cat, DJ Quick, you know what I mean, especially like those guys. I mean, obviously are really huge influences on me just musically, as well as a lot of other producers too. Teddy Riley's and Jermaine Dupri's and all that. But as far as West Coast, you know what I mean, as far as West Coast goes, you know what I mean, like Battle Cat and DJ Quick are probably two of my favorite, you know what I mean? And so basically I just kind of like took their everything that they did musically, and because it inspired me so much, like the sound, like their sounds and the way they crafted their beats and how they produced and the sounds they used, you know. And that even goes back to people that they were influenced by, you know what I mean, such as the Parliament and all these other, like we go on and on, you know what I mean, and all. But I just kind of took that and kind of just tried my best to find those sounds, you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of, in some ways I did, in some ways I still am kind of lacking in some areas, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just stay as persistent and consistent as possible, trying to like, just get better as a producer and as a keyboardist, talk box player, musician, period. You know what I mean? So, I try to stay a teacher. I mean, stay a student. Excuse me.
Shit, you're both. Let's bring that up. What kind of advice would you give to an upcoming producer right now about beats, or even to an artist that's like, how do you feel about this? A big issue with me is people getting beats off the internet and putting out
Mhm,
songs that they
mhm.
don't own. You know,
Well, well, as far as upcoming producers, and this goes even for artists too, you know what I'm saying? Like, rather if you're making beats or you're rapping or singing or both or whatever, honestly, really, and I don't mean to sound so like in like like we've heard this before, but really just staying at it and making beats and just trying to like like if you don't have anybody around you like to show you, like you know what I mean, like either like just go in there and just start twisting knobs around, just open the program up and turn your keyboard on, turn your MIDI keyboard on or whatever, and just start going at it. You know what I mean? Just figure it out. Nowadays, like you know what I mean, like you can go on YouTube for anything and learn how to do anything on YouTube. So it's like you can even go on YouTube and learn how to like make beats, but really it's staying as consistent as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And just like and if it's really in you, then like it'll happen. You know what I mean? Some people force, like some people, I mean, I hate to say this, but some people don't have the ability to like to rap, really, you know what I mean, and like really, and or like play keys or play drums. Like some people just don't have that music ability. They want to and they try to force themselves to, but like then it's like like you got to stay tapped in. You got to be kind of realistic and you know what I mean with yourself and kind of, you know what I mean. But I'm just, as far as like people that I do have the ability to do it, like it's really just staying
you
just
said you
staying.
gotta come to reality, man.
You just got to be like, you
That's
just
true
got to,
though.
you know what I mean? You got to really be like, be realistic and, you know what I mean? Be like, okay, like, is this really for me? I mean, there might be some other avenue through music that you do, you know what I mean? Rather if like, you know what I mean? Like, like if you're a rapper and you're really not like, you're trying to be like the next, the next one up, you know what I mean? Sometimes people like, I'm not saying don't shoot for the stars because I mean, I would never shoot that down, you know what I mean? But like sometimes like, some people need to kind of just, humble themselves a little bit and just try to like focus on actually really perfecting your craft, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like focusing on like, and I know I'm getting off topic a little bit, but as far as going back to like producers, you know what I mean? It's really just staying consistent and just really just going at it, bro. Just jumping in, you know what I mean? Just jump in and just, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you 100%, bro. I think people are trying to move too quick. They're trying to cut the line. I see it all the time. You know, people just think they could get a damn beat off the internet. They could hit the studio. They could
cause
put
they
it out. They think
can,
they're a
cause they
fucking
can,
artist.
they can, bro. It's honestly, bro, like, cause I engineer too. And so like, people that I've engineered and they're like, and like, I mean, and a lot of them, they just pull beats off the YouTube. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But it's like, sometimes like, I'll be like, man, bro, you're surrounded by producers right now. Like you got like two dope producers in this room right now that can do two different, you know what I mean? Like, like I'm not the best at making like all these like trap beats really. Like I'm really not the best at really doing those trappy ones, you know what I mean? Those super trappers. So like that's not my specialty, but like I know somebody who can, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, it's like, so I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I know I'm blabbing and and all that shit, but like, I think
No,
it's
that's your
just like,
field, man. Like you're
you know,
100% right. I think a team of producers, like you said, you have your Dojo Studios.
mhm.
You want to elaborate on that a little bit? Talk about your studio you got going on, and
So it's actually I'm in partnership. I'm in partnership with my boy Shy. So he's the main guy of the studio. So we used to have one in Hollywood. That one the oh what okay, there we go.
I'm
Yep,
just
yep.
pulling up the thing
Okay,
real
got you.
quick. There you
Got you,
are.
got you, got you. Yep. So that's the this is the new one. Yep. This is the new one. And so we used to have one in Hollywood, but that's no longer there anymore. Actually, that first one up top right, that one right there, that's the new joint. And
Damn.
so yeah, and so like I said, that's in my boy Shy is the one that really is the man behind all that. But I'm definitely in partnership with him. I've been rocking with him in the other studio, like I said, in Hollywood that we used to have. Um, And so, but
Beautiful spot, bro.
now we in downtown. Now we in downtown LA. So, hmm
All right, you guys follow the Dojo Studio. They got it popping over there.
Yep, the Dojo Los Angeles.
Well, like you said, you could put you in any room and it's gonna be a hit record. You know what I mean? Like I've seen it. I've been at your studio. I've heard the music you make. I've seen the people you work with, and I've seen the outcome.
Hmm
And you make superstars, bro. You make them feel like a superstar when they're in your presence. You
Wow.
carry that you carry that character with yourself as well, of
Yeah.
professionalism, and people need that. And like you said, they need to know the truth. So
Yeah. No, and I appreciate that, bro. And I really actually try to give that vibe off. You know what I mean? Like I want everybody for one to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to feel comfortable in the studio. You know what I mean? Like, and then the vibes got to be there. You know what I mean? Like that's very important. Comfortability and vibes. And other than that, and then magic can happen anywhere. As long as those two things are married, vibes and comfortability and all that. I mean, now everybody's vibed out and everybody's comfortable. So now everybody's like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's taking their walls down, now everybody's in their just creative world and zone. And, and those things, when those things come together, beautiful things happen. So, I mean, I don't know,
I
that's what I
feel you
feel.
100%, my dog.
You know what
Anything?
I'm saying?
Any big projects you're working on right now?
I actually we just released. I produced an EP with my boy TriStar, and shout out to my boy Westside Trizzy,
Yeah,
and then also my boy Catofornia. You know what I mean, from YA, Dog Pound. Yeah, all that. So they come
yeah,
from
I
the
mean,
fam. They come from the DPG family. You know what I mean? So so we just released. So like I said, I produced the whole entire thing. I think it's 7 or 8 songs on it.
damn.
Yeah, shoot, we knocked it out pretty quick. It actually took us a little longer to release it, but we knocked it out. We actually knocked it out pretty quick, but it took us just a little extra longer to release it. But it's a fire. It's called Politics. TriStar and Kato, and the album's called Politics. It's produced by me.
Is it
So it's a
Catofornia the one that works with the Yuck Mouth and all that?
Yep, yeah, he does the Smoke a Lot radio.
Yeah, he came through to the Bishop show one time and chilled with us.
Absolutely. That's my boy. That's the fam right there. So yeah, so Kato and the homeboy TriStar. So that's Lil Corrupt technically. So you know what I mean. So which Corrupt is on the album too. He has some little interludes and stuff like that, and little intros in between a few songs and stuff like that. So Corrupt, he snuck his way in there too. You
Damn,
know.
legendary. There you go, you guys. If you guys hear about that record, check it out. Support Dusty's producing and talk boxing on there.
Yeah, for real.
Okay,
So,
so
but and I got there's other things that I dip and dabble with a lot of different people. You know what I mean? A lot of different artists, up and coming artists to established artists and everything in between. So, you know what I mean? So I just
you said you collaborate with producers too, so you're involved in other beats where producers put out their name on it and stuff, but it's really you behind a lot of it.
Um, there has been at times. But most of the time, but yeah, I do definitely collab with other producers. You know what I mean? So, and I haven't been as much with as many, but now I'm getting back on that tip to So if there's any producers out there that want to collab on some things, I mean, holler at me. You know what I mean? I'm down to collab on some things and, touch a few things, like add some keys or some sort of embellishments or something like that. You know what I mean? So,
Make
but
it
I'm down
better.
to collab. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
what's up.
I'm down to collab, do whatever, you know?
Wanted to give you a major congratulations, man, on your Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, word, bro. Thank you, bro. And that's actually shout out to my boy Ravi, Ravi Drums. He actually really put that situation together, but he involved me in on it. He has so basically he has a good relationship with Spectrum 9 News and stuff like that. So
Oh
and
shit.
some other news people out here throughout Southern California. So that was aired multiple times throughout a lot of news channels and stuff throughout like Southern California, and I think it's some other areas too, because I had other people hitting me up from like other places and other like states and stuff, and like saying that they'd seen, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, whoa, wow. So I don't know.
Dog, the see you okay, just to elaborate on what I'm talking about right now, my boy did Talk Box on the Super Bowl commercial. It was a halftime show commercial where they introduced the SoFi Stadium and everything. He
Yeah.
SoFi. So if you
Yeah.
go back, you can find the commercial on Spectrum 9 News.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Huge
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
situation. I give everyone their accolades because you could turn that in and get yourself a job anywhere. You realize that you could just go say, man, I was on the Super
Word.
Bowl 2022 commercial and get yourself a bag. You know what I mean?
Word. Word. Well, shoot. Maybe I have to think about that.
Yeah, like I've been coming across all my accolades lately, and I've been like, damn, I need to start putting in people's faces to get me some more money coming in here. You know what I mean?
Word. Absolutely.
Done a
Absolutely.
lot, dog. Like even working with Day One and my boy Slip Capone. Congratulations on that record, the Super Gangsta. That was like my boys. Like
Man, rest
he
in
was
peace,
so
bro.
excited about that record, dog.
Yeah, I
Me and
remember we did that. In Hawthorne. I did it with Day One, obviously, because he made the beat, and then we did it out in Hawthorne and shit. And me, him, and Slip, rest in
oh,
peace.
so you did it live with Slip? Slip was around when you did that?
Yeah, yeah, Slip was there. Yeah, yeah. It was me, Day One, and Slip. Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yep.
that would have been a dope ass session. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we'd be chilling talking, and he wanted to do like a tour where we dressed up in blue khaki suits. And
Mm-hmm.
I wore a khaki suit, like a black and a brown, and like because I knew all the lyrics off the whole record already, I was like, I'm gonna overdub the whole record. We'll just go on tour and we'll bust the whole record.
Right.
I
Right.
was supposed to be on a Christian song with him and Roscoe,
Oh, word.
but it never
Yep.
worked out because he passed away. So,
Yep. 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 Shout out to my boy Roscoe too. I was actually just in the studio with him a couple weeks ago.
oh
So
shit,
yeah, I've been actually day one in Roscoe. See, like I come from Oregon. My family's from LA, but I mean, when I came down here musically full time, the first people um, that embraced me was Day One and Roscoe and my boy Rough Dog. If yeah, my boy Rough Dog, who like you hear Snoop rapping about him like on, if it ain't chronic, don't blaze it up. And if it is Chevy, you know that song, obviously, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And then Snoop's like, oh, Rough Dog, because I love putting hustlers on the map. I keep it gangster for show, though. Low. Well, that's who Rough Dog is. So basically, make a long story short, those two people, Day One, Roscoe, and Rough Dog, and my boy Paulie were the ones who really like embraced me and kind of like really kind of brought me in and kind of really got me like around, certain people and kind of just, you know what I mean? And then I just kind of just started kind of just, and then once I made this full time, it was just spider web, you know what I mean? And you know how it is, just everything just kind of just starts kind of just, you're meeting this person, this person and this person and this person and this person. It's just like, and then it just, next thing you know, a lot of, a lot of peoples, you know what I mean? And important people and dope people and cool people and creative people and, and so, and even just, and making a lot of good friends along the way. And even, even friends you call family,
right.
you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool. It's been special.
Which is most important, especially in this industry because it's a pretty cold industry. You know what I mean?
Woo, man. Oh man. Yes, sir. It is cold. You gotta you do gotta like have some thick skin, you know what I mean? But, and like, because it's hard. Like sometimes, man, your feelings can get hurt, or you can get, you can get rejected, or you know what I mean. But there's a lot of great things that really, you know what I mean. Like a lot of great things, like more great things have probably happened in my career, more enjoyable things, I would say, than like bad negative things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course, I've been through some bullshit. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely got some, stories, So especially like back in the day, because I started out as a rapper, like I started making beats, but I was a rapper. You know what I
Damn.
mean? And so yeah, my rap name was Dirty because my real name is Dusty. You know what I'm saying? And but my rap name was Dirty. You know what I mean? And
That's where the
so
email came from, huh?
yeah, that's where that email comes. That's where that email starts out with Dirty. But anyway, it was me, my real nephew, my brother's son, my nephew, who's like 30, 31, and I'm 39. So I'm like 7, 8, 9 years. I'm about 7 or 8 years older than he is, I think, or something like that. So my nephew Josh, his name was Drops, and then ROG up in Portland, Oregon, my boy Mac Dub. And so he was like the OG doing big shows and stuff. So like my first show when I first started rapping, my first show was with Digital Underground.
Damn.
And then within the same month, like 2 weekends later or something like this, and I was like probably fresh 21, 20. Yeah, because my nephew was 15. So then I was like, what, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so I was like 21, 22 when I first started doing my first show. So my first show was, make a long story short again, my first show was with Digital Underground, then Naughty by Nature.
Wow.
And then like E40s, and then like who else was coming? I mean, bro, big. I mean, we were doing big. I mean, E40 was a few times, you know what I'm saying? And then like, I mean, a bunch of people, bro. You know what I mean? I could go on and on and on. And then I got a funny story though. One time, so me and my nephew won this rap battle, but it wasn't like a rap battle. It was just like who had the best songs and the performances. Well, my nephew and I won, so we won this contest to open up for Lil Wayne, Fat Joe, Sean Kingston, and Charlie Murphy was the host, right?
Damn.
And so Lil Wayne gets arrested in Idaho, so he can't make it to our show in Oregon. And so everybody, like the crowd and everybody that bought tickets, like apparently they're just there for Lil Wayne. They could give two shits about like Sean Kingston and Fat Joe and Charlie Murphy and all that, bro. Like they didn't even care, bro. And so like when they started hearing like, you know, Lil Wayne's not gonna be able to make it, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff. So they like almost started like a riot. So bro, like Lil Wayne didn't show up to the show. So like during everybody's set, even during Fat Joe, Sean Kingston, bro, Charlie Murphy, as soon as he started the show, the crowd was like being disrespectful, chanting Lil Wayne. Matter of fact, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy's brother. Like, and he was out trying to get him going and stuff like, yo, man, check, yo, woo, 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 you know, trying to host the show. They kept chanting Lil Wayne and all this stuff like that. No disrespect, don't disrespect Lil Wayne. Charlie Murphy, bro, had the mic and he goes, you know what? You're the most disrespectful in the world. I've been all around the world. I made people laugh, but you guys are the most disrespectful crowd I've ever been to. And he took the mic and he lifted it up above his head and he dropped it. Boom. Jeez. And he left. He wasn't even 5 minutes into the show, bro. He's like, I'm out of here. Then we're supposed to go up next because we're supposed to like kind of open the show. Fat Joe comes up, Terror Squad comes up behind me, and they're like, hey, man, no, we're going up. Like, we want to get this out the way. We got to get out of here. We got a plane to catch. Bro, they did the same shit to him, bro. They like, he cut his set short. He's like, man, I'm done. Bro, he handed his mic back. He's like, man, we out of here. Boom. And then we went up after Terror Squad. So we're like, damn, so we go up and we do our thing. And I mean, bro, like it was the same situation with us. I was like, man, like, plus we were like kind of like the locals. So they were like, man, there was like probably 3,000 plus people in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? And so we cut our set short, you know what I mean? And Lil Wayne didn't show up. So they cut the whole that whole show was done for. It was just like, so that's like, make a long story. Like, that was probably like one of the worst, but also kind of one of the best learning experiences that I've had, because it was like one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my music career, especially being like when I'm back in my rapping days, which by the way, I can still rap and I still bust. So, but it honestly kind of made me really like kind of think like, man, like, should I really be doing this? And then I thought and then I didn't even think twice. I'm like, wait, yeah, like shit, I'm going to keep it pushing. And then from that day on, I'm like, I just been kind of just at it. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna let this tear me down, because that was like traumatizing. Like just starting out like in my music career, and that happens. Like it was just like, whoa, like that was kind of traumatic. Just
like what the hell do you do, huh? Shit,
yeah,
I can't believe you pulled through that, man. Congratulations.
I wasn't even barely a year into like really like doing shows and and being like and rocking crowds, like what I mean, like I wasn't even really into it that long, at that time. So like that was just like, I was like, oh shit, like what I mean, like shit, I'll just stick to just making beats. I don't, but we kept it pushing. I mean, shoot, we did hundreds of songs, which I still have. I should have released them.
Yeah, I know you're talented, man. Like I didn't know you rap, but I knew you could get piano songs and write your songs for people if they come in and need help. You're on it. So
yeah, Yeah, so it's cool, man. So I just try to have fun with this, bro. I mean, I really do love doing it. You know what I mean? Rather if I'm making money on it or not, because the money come and go with this. You know what I mean? And so, you know, either way, I'm still gonna do what I do,
Right.
regardless.
So how could someone contact you if they wanted to get a hold of you, like to make some music or something? Just Gmail or phone number?
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, you can honestly just hit my DM. You know what I mean? Like you can hit me on right there, Dusty G Fuller. You know, what I mean, you can look it up, type it in anywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Also, if you do want to email me, I'm gonna get a new email, but my email right now is dirty dirty 541 at gmail.com. So yeah, dirty541 at gmail.com, or just hit my DMs on, Instagram, Facebook, or what have you. So
I got a lot of artists that are gonna probably get at you, man, because I got work, man. There's so many. That's why I just told my lady, I was like, fuck, I haven't even got it, Dusty, to work. I've been so busy running all this shit, man.
right,
I need to
right.
come sit down in the studio, make a hit record with you. I think we could do something big, man.
Man, bro, let's do it, bro. We'll make it a little classic, you know what I mean? It won't be a little classic, we'll make it a little big old classic, bro. You know what I mean? A little
Yeah.
classic little banger, you know what I mean?
And I know you know a lot of people. You probably give me a dope ass feature and shit. Fuck, I was over
Yeah.
fucking big ass people walking through your studio, dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I get some of the OGs and the legends and stuff. I mean, I'd be in the rooms with them at times. You know what I mean? For real. I mean, but so yeah. I mean, we could definitely make that happen. I mean, bro, I be seeing you. I mean, what do you mean? Like you be seeing me? I be seeing you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You're
that's
all
what
out here, all the a bunch of OG legends and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, we doing the same thing. We almost like we're pretty much in the same circle of like people. You know what I mean? The same pool. You know what I mean? But you know how it is out here in LA. Like, really, we all out here together. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you in LA and you are really out here, like, everybody pretty much knows almost kind of everybody in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing somebody knows of you or has heard of you through the grapevine or just something. You know what I mean? Like, somehow we're all kind of connected in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Like, as far as Los Angeles is as big as place as it is, everybody kind of knows everybody in some sort of way. Maybe not be directly, but either way, I feel like people, if they really need to get a hold of somebody, they can make it happen because they know somebody that can make it happen.
Yeah, so if they miss your plug, they could always hit me up to get at you.
Or whatever, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, everybody knows somebody, you know? So,
Shit, you want to get into some talk boxing for the people, my dog?
Oh, hold on a second. Let's see what's up
Yes, hit
here,
his
man.
cash
Let
app.
me
What's his
see. Let me
cash app?
see.
Let's tip the man.
Man, it's actually, you know what? My cat. Okay, you want it's I think it's what is my cash app actually? Shit, if you really want to know, you
You know what
never
I mean? Let me
know.
type it in at least.
What is
Somebody's
my
gonna find this video
cash?
in Mars somewhere and just tip
Oh
your
my
ass a big
god.
tip.
It's Dusty Dollar 213. DUSTY DOLLA 213 on that ass. Boy. All right, hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on. Check, 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 check. All right.
For those tuning in, this is legendary talk boxer producer Dusty G Fuller. You can follow him at Dusty_G_Fuller. He is
Yep.
the number one in the West
Yo.
Coast right now in my book.
Shout out to West Coast, we active. Yeah. Yeah, man, this is your boy, Dusty Fuller on the time box, baby. Yeah. I said I'm talking about an earthquake on the Richter scale, baby. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoo! Shoo, baby.
That's Dusty G, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
He's just teasing. You want
Yeah.
to play? Do you have any songs like that you've made recently that
Shout
you
out to the
feel?
Talk Star too. This is my new talk box.
So what is that? Talk about that for a second, real quick.
So every time I push a button,
Yep, 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 yep.
Talk star. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, I just got this probably like not even barely maybe a month ago. Shout out to my guy Fingus.
So Fingers put that together, or does he know somebody that helped him put that together? He created himself. What? How does
Well,
this go?
I mean, I don't really honestly know exact. I mean, he told me, but like it. I mean, he definitely had obviously had probably had came up with the concept. You know what I'm saying? But and then he had somebody, you know, like put it together. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. So I don't really know personally. I don't want to speak on it because I don't know exactly. I don't want to like not tell the right story. But he did brief me on it. I just, but I know he did. Obviously, came up with the talks, the idea of it, the clear case, just the whole concept of it, and then he just, found people to, to produce and manufacture the parts, and because technically a talk box is it's a horn driver like out of a car, like get out of my way, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
sick.
So, but then but then you start adding, then so like what I mean? Because if I don't even have it in my mouth, I'm just
Once I put it in my mouth, it sounds like this. Ooh, big silencer, yeah, big silencer. West Coast reactive.
What the fuck?
yeah. So
So
that's all this is. It's just that what I mean. But once I put it in my mouth, but I don't use my voice. I don't use my voice. It's all keys. You know what I mean? Huh?
you have to know how to play the piano to use this.
Oh, that's Mando. That's
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's 100% like one. That's the whole entire thing. You got to know how to play keys. You don't even use your voice at all. I don't use my voice at all. Like I don't even hear like. Can you hear my voice a little bit? Like,
So what is the point of having it in the mouth?
so I can pronounce the words. You know what I mean? Because it's this. So I could be like, California knows how to party.
You have to
But,
sing the key.
California.
and play the keys. So you gotta like
That's
you
double
gotta
shit.
you gotta basically gotta like sing with not using your voice, but also play the keys.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
that's Dusty G with the motherfucking talk box.
Yeah, baby.
How much
Yes,
does one of
sir.
those things go right there for?
These talk stars are like 750, like 800, almost 800, about 800.
So worth it, dude.
But like I said, it's all who you know.
Right.
Yep. So, but yeah, man. So this is the talk star. But yes, sir. I mean, shoot, this is like I said. I don't ever claim to be the best talk box player or producer, but I love playing it. You know what I mean? So because the talk box is such a mesmerizing instrument. You know what I mean? Like I played this thing. I mean, I played live a lot. You know what I mean? I've been on stage quite a bit. And so I just know when this thing plays, people are just like, "What's that?" You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, what?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I've heard that, but I've just never seen it. You know what I mean? And so, but I have noticed though, like the talk box is becoming more common. Like more people are jumping on it, and you know what I mean? Because it used to be, I mean, and it still is rare. Like you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie. Like there's other good talk box players out there. Like I'm coming across some like much more often than I ever have lately. I've been coming across some pretty badass talk box players where I'm like, like whoa. It almost like makes my. I mean, I think it's dope because it inspires me. But I'm like, in a way, I'm like, dang, I'm like, whoa, like this dude's saucy, you know what I mean? But I just honestly, I just stay in my lane, you know what I mean? So I just like, you know what? I do what I do with it, and I just stay in my lane and just stick to that. You feel me?
Right. So
I
do
try
you,
not
do
to.
you do you think you could ever jump on like how you are right there and start your own like talk box seminar for upcoming youth, like a youth program, like just start teaching people how to do that, and you'll probably gain a huge following that way.
Actually, you know what? That's a great idea. That's a great idea, actually. And actually, it's funny you say that because my boy Shy and I, we're actually going to be doing some sort of like workshop classes for like some kids that are kind of like um, I don't want to say underprivileged, but some of these kids just don't really have any outlet or no guidance really. They don't really, they don't really, but they're interested in like doing like music and photography, you know what I mean? So like in the space with Shy, the dojo, that space can provide photo shoot, videography space, and then we also have the studio. So if you want to learn how to record, like if you want rap or sing, or if you want to learn how to engineer, if you want to learn how to like track vocals, record somebody or make a beat or play, or you want to see like talk box, like, you know what I mean, like, or whatever, like we're gonna actually hold some things, and I'll actually keep you in the loop
Please
on
do.
that too. Yeah, I will definitely keep you in the loop, especially with what you got going on with the Kids We Active, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out.
We're trying to get some stuff together because, like, I hold that real tight right now. Like, now that I got this platform, I'm starting to loosen up a little bit more with the YouTube and all this. Like, that's just trying to reach out, and I know you could do that, bro. Like, really well. Like, I put myself in that category of like lost youth, that never had the outlet. Nobody ever told me the answer. I had to go get it my damn self.
Yeah.
And like, I come from an Indian reservation. Like,
Oh, word.
there's so much talent out there, and no one knows really what to do
Mm-hmm.
with anything really. Like, they got money, they don't, money ain't an issue, you know what I mean, but they just need the
Uh-huh.
guidance, you know what I mean, like, really.
Right. Right. Yeah. So that's basically like what we're gonna do with these kids is just kind of provide them a space. Like, what do you want to do? You want to write it? I mean, who knows? One of these kids may come in with a bunch of poems. Well, that's songwriting technically. Like songwriters in the industry are poets.
Right.
Rappers are poets. You know what I mean? Like every vocalist, right? If you're a rapper, singer, whatever you are vocally, you're technically a poet. You know what I mean? You're writing poems. You're just rapping them and singing them or something or whatever. However you do it vocally, like, you know what I mean? So you're a poet. I'm a poet. Anybody doing this music that's putting down vocally, you're a poet. You know
Word
what I
to
mean?
that.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. So
Yeah. So he's got some stuff coming up, you guys. He's got the youth program coming up at the dojo studio.
yep,
Most
yep.
definitely, though, we got to talk about this, man. We got to help out these kids, man. They
For
got
real.
so much misguided people out there that are talented, and it kills me to see it happen. You know what I mean? Like, and they're ending up in jails, and they're ending up dead
Yeah.
or on drugs. They're wasting their time. You know?
And it was just because they just didn't have they may have just needed that little bit of guidance at one point. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why like these youth are just so important because like you said, like there's a lot of youth running around right now that are lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, something, I don't know. It's such a tech world where it's kind of just, I feel like, I mean, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 82. So I grew up like in the late 80s, early 90s where we were outside. Like, yeah, we had our Ataris, then the first Nintendo, the Sega Genesis and all that, which we played a lot of video games, but like half the time we was outside. We was on our bikes. You know what I mean? Like these kids like nowadays, they're just like they stuck to a computer, a TV screen, their phones, you know what I mean? So it's like you know what I mean? They don't have that same type of experience of interaction that some of us, and I don't know how old you are, so it's no disrespect towards like, any
I'm
sort of
33. I'm 88, baby.
yeah, you and A's baby too, and there's no disrespect to no other generation. It's just me being at my age and what I observe. And I'm not saying every kid these days is misguided because there's a lot of great kids out there that are doing a lot of amazing things at a young age, and they have a lot of great potential and they have the right guidance, and that's great. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like you said, these kids, man, like, you know what I mean? They need this. It's so important right now, you know what I mean? Because that's going to be our future when we get older, you know what I mean? It's like, well, shoot, you know, we can't be having these dummies running around here acting crazy.
Right. I was one of them, man. So I said it took me so long to get to where I'm at. Like, fuck, I finally feel like I got this shit unlocked where I could literally run the industry from my home. I could run the industry from, you know, the palm of my hands. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody. We could do it ourselves. And I think with a good network of people, that's why I'm starting this, the West Coast Reactive podcast, to get people together. You know what I mean? Like you as a producer, you as a songwriter, you could actually help people cut corners in the right way. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to cheat the game.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't cheat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Church.
Ain't it, man? Can I get a shout out from you on the talk box? Shout out to West Coast Reactive Podcast. Maybe a shout out to the kids on the Indian reservation.
Yep. Shout out to West Coast Reactive, yeah. And I'm talking about the youth, West Coast kids, we active, oh, West Coast we active, baby, yeah, baby.
Man. We love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we love you, Dusty, man.
I love you too, man. For real, I love
inspiration,
y'all, man.
like for real, like out here, like you keep me, like just seeing your posts, your style, everything about you, bro. Like I don't know, I hope everything goes good your way in life. I hope everything works out for you in life. I know we all go through struggles, but I know we're gonna fight through this. If you ever need me, I'm a phone call away. Anything you need, brother, I'm here for you, man.
Bro, you know what? I love you for that, bro, for real. And it's full circle, bro. And I want you to know that as a brother, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. Like I mean, you don't even have to have anything to do with music or any sort of art or entertainment or whatever, bro. Like you just want to chop it up with it, you know, with a bro. Man, bro, just don't even hesitate. I mean, you got my number. You know what I mean? It ain't changed. So, you know. So unless you changed your number and lost your numbers or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just fucking busy as hell. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't stay in communication too much with everybody like daily, but I'm always here. You know, if you ever be like sitting in your car and you need to talk to somebody, call me, dog.
Bro, for real. And man, shout out to bro. Honestly, I wear your sweatshirt so much. And I know you see me because you know what I mean? Like you see me like in the studio or wherever. I mean, bro, I sport it so much that it's in the dirty clothes right now, or else I'd have it on.
Hey, keep it. It's gonna be like $600 pretty soon, dog. Like Supreme, you know what I mean? It'll be like,
no, I definitely
$40
hoodie. Yeah, I definitely sport West Coast We Active, bro. Like a lot. Like I sport that sweatshirt a lot. Like I love that sweatshirt so much. But I would have it on right now. But it's like it's sitting in a pile of dirty clothes, which it wouldn't matter because you guys can't even smell me anyways.
Check this out though. I was with my stylist today. We were in downtown LA getting ready for I'm getting ready for the Bishop's Player Ball, right?
Yeah.
And she was telling I bought a Supreme bag for my son because he's been working on a whole bunch of art and shit. And I seen somebody with a Supreme shit, and I was like, I gotta get this for him. And the homegirl's like, what? Supreme's this much? She's like, that's a lot. She's like, I threw all my Supreme stuff away.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's just like $300, a little tiny bag. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's overrated, bro. Like, I'm about to actually start my brand, which I've had this brand since I started music. I just never did anything with it as far as merchandise wise. You know, I mean, I was just kind of just repping it through music, just kind of like, you know, but it's called I'm going to be coming out with it. Actually, you guys are the first people to hear about it, and whoever's tuned in, it's going to be called Trees and Keys. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, trees and keys. So, and that means a couple different things. You know what I mean? Trees as in like palm trees or an evergreen tree, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And then, you know, and weed, of course, you know what I'm saying? And then keys, you know, piano keys, like, you know, a car key or, you know what I mean? Whatever type of key, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so it kind of is like all across the board a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, you know, like, so.
That
But
gives
it's
you a
just,
lot of different design, all kinds of avenues. So that's dope.
yeah. So I just got to come up with like a little logo. I just want it to be simple. Just I don't know if it's gonna be like maybe a circle with like some sort of like piano keys and like maybe some sort of key. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea like concept like as far as what it's gonna look like. I just know it's gonna be called Trees and Keys, and I've been repping this since I was like 18, 19 years old. But I just never. I'm like, man, everybody else got this stuff. West Coast We Active, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? Crenshaw by Natures and and all this stuff. Everybody's got all day joints. So I'm like, man, bro, like I'm just gonna sport nothing but like, everybody else's shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Let's get your shit going, man. That's what I'm saying. Like West Coast Reactive, we're a one-stop shop. I could show you the whole circle, man. Like we could go stop at all my places. I could show you where we get all the logos done, where we get our clothing.
Word.
It's just
Word.
it's like a triangle. It's all in downtown Los Angeles. And my
Yeah.
son, he's a phenomenal artist. He could help draw up your designs.
Word.
My wife's a publicist. She could help promote your shit constantly and get websites done. We could also get you NFTs.
Oh, word.
Stuff starting to pop off with the NFT world. So like
Yeah.
I'm glad.
And I'm so out of touch with that, bro. Like honestly.
Yeah, so she keeps me up on it, but like that's what I'm saying. So we could have lunch, we could talk about this, and maybe get her to help be your publicist. You know what I mean? And my son could help get your design out, dog.
Yep, for sure, bro. So let's you know what I mean. Let's make it happen. So I'm definitely down. So let's just be in touch or whatever. Let's just stay in touch, bro, and get up. Like I said, let's go have some lunch.
Entrepreneurship, turn these dollars into more dollars. You know what I
Man,
mean?
what?
You can take this little phone right here. All I need is a case and it won't break.
Bro, for real. So you know what I mean? You just gotta, just put it in motion, really. You know what I mean? So I'm down. I'm super motivated, bro. I'm super motivated, especially right now, recently, bro. I'm super motivated. Like, you know what I mean? So I actually don't even drink. I don't drink alcohol no more, bro. Like I'm chill, bro. I just be chilling. Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. Which wasn't like a problem, but like I just needed to clear my body and my mind. You know what I mean? Because it's like, so like it feels great, bro. It feels great. So
hey, salute, dog. We always say it ain't a problem, but that shit is a problem. You know what I mean? It holds us back, especially such great-minded people like yourself and me. You know what I mean? Like I can't be drunk all day long, dog. I gotta drive to different locations. I gotta be with talking to people straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Praise it, whatever. You know what I mean? I support cannabis 110%.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I still definitely blaze. You know what I mean? But like, and it's no judgment, and it's no to anybody that does. Cause like I even told my homies, like they'll be like, oh shoot, like yeah, you ain't drinking no more or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't mean when I come around, like, oh shit, like Dusty's coming around, like I'm like, no, man, like, cause I still go to bars and hang out. I'll still go to the bar. Like, man, a homie. I was at a bar last night with the homie. He's like, yo, pull up. I'm like, yeah, cool. Shoot. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I either drink non-alcoholic beer or drink a soda. I mean, I don't care. I still want to function. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm still out here trying to function. You know what I mean? Like, shoot, like you know what I mean? So, but there's no judgment, for me as far as people that do whatever they do. I don't care what they do, as long as it doesn't affect my relationship or whatever with you. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? As long as we cool and we vibing, let's get it.
You got 100 salutes for me, man. Your bag's gonna come 110 fold now, dog. You know what I mean? You don't need that shit.
To each their own. You feel me?
Dog.
Man, for real.
Amen.
Yes, Sirski. So,
all right, man. That's Big Dusty G Fuller doing big positive things in the world. He's got Trees and Keys coming soon. I'm gonna have you guys picking up his clothing line. Let's get 100 t-shirts sold for him on his first drop.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Snapbacks. I'll show you all that shit, dog. We'll get you your designs rocking and rolling.
Yep. No, for sure. So let's definitely stay linked up though. As we do. Are you still slinging that CMOS too?
I do. I have CMOS in the refrigerator right now.
Yeah, I need that. I need some of that. So I'll definitely be hitting you up on that. But let's have some lunch, bro, and show me what it is with the merch and all that, bro. And let's put something together.
All right, my dog. Dusty, thank you for this interview. I appreciate you. Keep being the talented human being that you are. And you guys make sure to contact him for work. If you're in the music industry, even the film industry, he could help your projects come to life.
And shout out to my boy Big Silencer, West Coast We Active. Your boy Dusty Fuller, Big Silencer, West Coast, worldwide. We love all y'all.
Yeah. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Show, baby.